Platform Edge.
This is a Flushing Main Street bound 7 local train. The next stop is Queensboro Plaza.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
It's going into Flushing Main. Yeah.
This is Queensboro Plaza.
Hey New York, I'm Matthew. I'm 18 years old and call Queens home. I'm teaming up with the FDA to spread awareness about the dangers of subway surfing. The consequences are serious and could be fatal. Don't live your life. Ride inside, stay alive.
Transfer is available to the next train.
This is a Flushing Main Street bound 7 local train. The next stop is 33rd Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Flushing Main Street bound 7 local train. The next stop is 40th Street.
And clear of the closing doors, please.
This is 40th Street. This is a Flushing Main Street bound 7 local train. The next stop is 46th Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
This is 46th Street. This is the Flushing Main Street bound 7 local train. The next stop is 52nd Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Hey, you gotta learn this one. What's our stop? Okay.
That is before
This is 52nd Street. This is a Flushing Main Street bound 7 local train. The next stop is Woodstock.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Some music.
First Street. An accessible station, the elevator is on the front of the platform. Transfer to the LaGuardia Link Q70 Select bus service to LaGuardia Airport. Transfer to the Q53 Select bus service. Connection is available to the Long Island Railroad. This is a Flushing Main Street bound 7 local train. The next stop is 69th Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
This is 69th Street. This is a Flushing Main Street bound 7 local train. The next stop is 74th Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Well, I mean, I'm sure it's like, you know, they can always go at it again the next day, so they don't have to.
They plan the entire thing. They have to follow us, but they do have to follow it by their contract. That's not to say that our contract isn't that contract. So their contract says they have to finish something like something. Huh?
But it's like, you know, there's something like, you know, get the episode done kind of in house.
This is 74th Street, Broadway, an accessible station.
The production, like I said, the production. Do you know anything about how productions?
Definitely no.
Productions are the ones that schedule the days of what episode to work on. So
This is a Flushing Main Street bound 7 express train. The next stop is Junction Boulevard, an accessible station.
With its point because of scheduled maintenance. If your stop is good.
Stand clear of the closing doors,
Willis
please.
Point on Junction Boulevard for Manhattan bound 7 train.
and then plan maybe months ahead. And also to think about how to hold all these actors in and then pay
Oh, well,
location.
I've done work like that in the past, not necessarily for, you know, the production industry, but just like, you know, I have been an event planner in the past, so.
So like you have to like for Adam Sandler new movie or something. How many that's why there was many cancels. Certain castings, sometimes
Yeah. Yeah, I understand. Plans don't always go as they plan accordingly. So, it happens.
So even all of that, you have to factor in to know that you're working that morning.
I mean, sure, yeah, fair enough.
And then if you're a hired actor, you're only hired to one, be the instrument for the character, to memorize their lines. All you have, and then your contract states so and so.
Okay.
Whatever you do, like to either make your character as active as possible.
Yeah, you make a difference. Though, I guess my only really like what you do say has merit, you know. It's just when it comes to like people like us, what is really important to like, I don't know, let's say basically it's get the role, you know, just get the foot in the door basically.
Well, make it feel like it's active.
Okay. How would you, let's say, take for example you, how would you do that? Like what would be the process for you, you know? Like let's say if you were the one who was doing this audition thing today.
I asked many I get solid answers and all that stuff. And then they said, okay, no, it's okay. We'll give you the line on the spot. I was like, all right. How much do I need to know? What's my character? What is the thing I need to do? What do I need to do? How am I supposed to do this? What am I like reading to? All of that is answers, questions that need to be filled.
Okay, yes, that makes sense.
And then it's like, alright, and if I did it incorrectly, like, what if I saw it better than this? Then I didn't get caught.
Okay, but it's like, I guess maybe like the question is, what would I do in the future? You know, should I ever experience a failure like that? What would you do to learn from this?
This is Junction Boulevard, an accessible station. Elevator is at the center of the platform.
Transfer is available to the Q72 bus to LaGuardia Airport.
There are over 150 accessible subway stations. Please check mc.info/elevators for real-time elevator status at your station.
It's not about, you know, of course the ultimate plan if you feel you want to. But how you go
This
about
is
it?
a
All
Flushing
the
Main
directions
Street
on the
Bound 7 Express train. The next stop is Nest Village Point.
Yeah, I
Stand
mean,
clear
I
of the
guess
closing doors, please.
it just seemed like the danger.
So what is for that answer? That's where we have to learn what is emotion.
I mean, I don't know, I guess maybe like my first piece would be like an experience.
Sure. What type of
I guess it would be first time to go feeling that what a typical person would reflect on that.
So you say you want specifics, and you can't give me specifics. That's the difference between that's the fine line, and not to criticize, that is a lesson, right? That's a fine line between trying to get them and understanding what you're trying to do.
I would have had to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand.
Yeah, so that's why like when you tell me to say specificity, you need to figure that out yourself. Because everyone is completely different. Remember what I told you about the pathetic person, the narcissistic person, all that stuff, they're all going to figure it out.
Well,
Next, Willets Point.
What's up, New York? I'm Jessie, I'm 17, and Queens is my home. Listen up, this is not Coney Island, this is the subway. And there should be no surfing or riding outside the chains under any circumstances. Social media is not worth your life. Ride inside, stay alive.
Transfer is available to the Q48 bus to LaGuardia Airport.
What's the basics?
This is a Flushing Main Street bound 7 express train. The next and last stop is Flushing Main Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
So, in the eyes of someone advanced, someone that isn't someone like me, I would say, just because I haven't seen him, I would be judging by race. It means that he is not 100% ready for the mindset of being masculine.
Yeah. He just does it from just try to give him something in the mind. And then he's, once he's in it, he just wants to work. He's good. They start to see his anybody he came out. It's good. It's good. Not that he take pump himself up and then stress himself out.
This is Flushing Main Street, an accessible station. The elevator is at the front of the platform. Transfer is available to the Q44 Select Bus Service.
Transfer is available to the Q48 bus to LaGuardia Airport.
Connection is available to the Long Island Railroad.
Well, early design I don't know if you're
Let's always ask. The studio is asked for, it's a neighborhood. You can always ask.
New York City friends.